I'm not going to reply to your outreach message until you watch this and get it right. And your prospects are probably not going to reply either. And if they do, they'll probably let off all their anger at you. If you want results just like this in your outreach campaigns, then you need to understand how to write the perfect outreach message that no one else in the market uses. And once you get it right, you can run the same outreach script for months and months, and it will book appointments and print you a lot of money for your business. But the first thing I need to do is show you how to write the perfect outreach message, and I'll actually run you over my template as well. So let's get right into it. My AI powered converting cold email template that I'm about to share with you books me 3 to 5 meetings per day and has made me $10,000 in new profit cash collected in just 30 days, right? And keep in mind that I only reached out to 4,000 leads with this campaign, right? And I was able to make $10,000 in new monthly profit, right? Through this just one single cold email campaign. So what cold email is basically a form of direct acquisition that most business owners don't seem to master, right? They fail to be able to use cold email to take their offers and directly place them in front of their target market's eyes. Why? Deliverability issues, right? Not knowing how to scale campaigns, not understanding how to build the right infrastructures, not knowing how to write the good outreach messages, right, that actually convert, leading to most entrepreneurs wasting a lot of time, money, energy on sending manual outreach messages, running expensive paid ads, right? Hiring setters, VAs that just don't perform, and you have to fire, hire, train, and it never works out for you. Maybe you're relying on word of mouth, right? Maybe you're doing cold calling right now, and you might think, right? You might think that these ways are the best path to scale your B2B business. But trust me, in reality, there are much, much better ways, right? Much better ways to predictably acquire clients. Now, if that's you, right? If that's you wasting time, money, and energy, then you clicked on the right video, because I'm going to share my exact cold email script methodology and full appointment setting breakdown that enabled me to print $10,000, right? A new profit from just one single campaign. After this video, you will know exactly what to do to scale from 5, 10K per month right now to 25, 50K per month, even 100K per month, completely on autopilot by leveraging cold emails. Now, before we get into this, let's go over some math of why this works so well, right? If you execute it right. For this particular campaign, I reached out to 4,000 leads. In total, I sent 8,000 emails because I was sending one initial email and one follow-up email. My average response rate was 3.58%, right? It could go up to 4 to 5%, but Google had some issues and it kind of put the response rates down at that moment. Average interested rate, meaning how many people that replied were actually interested in hearing me out, was 15 to 30%. Interested to appointment booking rate is usually 70 to 90%, right? Depends on your inbox management skills and lead to response speed. Now, out of those 4,000 leads that I reached out to, I got back 53 interested prospects, and I was able to book 77% of them onto a call with me in a matter of minutes. Right, here's my data here. If you want to pause, zoom in, look through it. So in total, I took 41 calls booked, right? 31 calls taken, right? That's a 75% show up rate. Out of those 31 calls, I've been able to make 5 closes and collect $10,000, right? When it comes to like labor, right, for this system, right? The only labor you need here is not appointment setters. You just need to hire a VA to simply just reply to leads that are interested in speaking, right? And you got to make sure you reach out to the right leads with a specific prospecting process, right? And then you just need software to be able to send out your emails, and you need a good outreach message. These are the 4 things that you need to make this work. Now, I developed a methodology, the prospect prism methodology, right? And this is exactly what you need for your outbound system to work for you, right? To get an appointment booked, you need to be able to interrupt patterns. You need to be able to resonate with your target market, and you need to be able to do both of these things at high volume, right? If you do this, you will start getting flooded with appointments. So step 1, right? The best cold email outreach template you can use today, right? I'm going to run you through my entire methodology for this. The first thing you need to do is find product market fit, right? Your prospects will only respond to you if your offer can be positioned as a solution to their current problem. You essentially need to fit your solution, right? Your systems, your services, your offer right into their puzzle, right? As demonstrated on this picture that I made. So let's look at the variables that influence product market fit, right? Your offer, your understanding of the market that you're about to approach, the individual person within that market, right? And understanding their psychology, as well as your abilities to mold your offer to the market needs and wants, right? And this is an important point. That last point, that last variable is important, because most people think that, okay, I'm doing Facebook ads, let's say Facebook ads. I'm going to try push that offer onto the market, right? And I'm going to try to do everything I can to make it work. But what if the market doesn't need it, right? What if the market just not interested in your offer, right? And what you do, what solution you provide? A lot of people get stuck, right, at this point, because they cling on to their offer, to their, like, let's say Facebook ad service, so much that they try to force it to the market. You can't force stuff to the market, right? You need to be able to mold your solution, your offer, to what the market needs and wants, right? And product market fit is achieved when your offer equals market needs plus understanding of problems plus understanding of individuals plus current market state, right? And you need to be able to understand each of these variables and work on understanding them to be able to then mold your offer to fit the market, right? Mold your offer to fit the market, right? By understanding these variables. So that's the first thing. That's the first part of the methodology of creating the best outreach message. Let's look at the outreach template, right? There's 3 things you need to keep in mind when writing your outreach message or your cold email. It needs to be short. It needs to be direct. It needs to be less than 60 words, right? People are not going to read paragraphs, right? A stranger that you're about to reach out to does not have time, right? They're not going to read your paragraph. They get thousands and thousands of messages every single day. They're not going to read your paragraph. So you want to be able to make sure that you keep your emails short and direct, less than 60 words. For example, right, this is a template you can use. Hey, first name, can we outcome your market once and truly once? Right? Because most people, like, they will just like shove 30, 40 appointments here, right? 30, 40 leads without truly understanding, does the prospect, does the individual, does the business actually need 30, 40 appointments or leads? Do they actually need it, right? So this is where product market fit comes in, right? You need to be able to understand what outcome your prospects actually want. So can we outcome your market once in the next time frame, however long it takes you, right? And keep it realistic, guys, because most people, you know, they promise, I've seen a lot of outreach messages and they promise like 50 leads in the first 20 days, 50 leads in the first 15 days, right? The market is simply too sophisticated for too good to be true offers, right? Be more realistic. Just be more realistic, right? Don't think that the shorter time frame and more leads, more appointments is going to do better, right? Because most people, when you reach out to them and say like, listen, I'll get you 60 leads in the next 10 days, they're not going to believe you, right? It's just too good to be true. When people don't believe you, they build up sales resistance. When people have sales resistance, they never take action to buy from you, right? So can we outcome your market once in the next time frame using our unique mechanism, right? Not Facebook ads, an offer that you molded for the market, right? A unique mechanism, a bridge, right? To get them from point A to point B, right? For their company. We recently did this put a case study. If you don't have a case study, do a free trial for someone, but get a case study, right? Because case studies these days are super, super important and you can leverage them in so many different ways, right? But you gotta have a case study. And then just your signature, right? It's not complicated, right? You probably, came onto this video thinking I'm about to share the most complicated outreach strategy out there. It's not complicated, right? All you need to do is focus on being short, direct, and communicating your value in less than 60 words. Now, the variables that you need to test in the script is the outcome, the time frame, unique mechanism, and case study, right? These are the 4 things that you need to be able to test within your script to find the product market fit. Now, some variables that can influence your results when it comes to sending cold emails or even any outreach message, right? Any outreach system, cold DMs, Facebook, cold calling, all the same. They're all just processes, right? So variables that can influence your results when it comes to outreach. Your website, right? Now, most people look at their website to present their company, right? That's fair enough. You can do that. But in order to stand out, present your website as almost like a sales page that speaks directly to the client profile that you're targeting, right? For example, with myself, I don't have just one single website that I use. I have multiple different variations on my website that speaks directly to the ICP I'm targeting, right? So if I'm reaching out to them and then they decide to go onto my website, they're redirected to a specific website that directly speaks to them, right? VSL on the website, again, have a VSL, show your face, right? Don't be afraid to show your face, because with a VSL, you're able to amplify pains and spark curiosity on your solution, right? Because a website, you can have copy that directly speaks to the ICP, you can create curiosity pains, but what's better is having a video of you directly speaking to your ICP as if you're talking one-on-one and amplifying pains, sparking curiosity on your solution. Social presence, obviously a bonus, right? Case studies and your offer, right? These are the variables that are gonna influence your outreach results. Now let's move on to the psychology of what works and what doesn't. What doesn't work? Templated emails that you found on a famous YouTuber's video. I should not be saying this, but a lot of people still try to take templated emails you found online that were given away and try to use them in your campaigns. Basic messages with no relevance to the prospect, right? Copy-pasted messages with no relevance to the prospect. Basic Alex Hormozi type offers, right? I love Alex Hormozi, I love his book, but I feel like a lot of people kind of misunderstood his idea of offers, right? Most people think like, let me just throw in the craziest offers ever, the craziest guarantees, and I'll have prospects lining up to work with me, right? It does the opposite, right? It just makes it too good to be true, right? Or long emails saying how amazing your company is, right? These are the things that don't work. So why don't these work, right? Because your prospects have subconscious filters that discard incoming information if it deems it as a waste of time. With the prospect getting 50 to 100 emails a day from businesses, their brain created a filtering process to save on calories and optimize for information overload, right? Our brains, they process so much information on a daily basis. Anything on the external that we receive to our brains, right, they need to process. So in order to be efficient, it created a filtering process, right? Filtering process. When a sort of common information comes in, such as someone's outreach message that they've seen thousands and thousands of times before, they made one single decision that they will never reply to that message, right? All the thousands of other messages, right, they're going to go through that filtering process and they're going to get discarded, right? Meaning the prospect's just going to ignore your message. So you need to be able to bypass these filters. How? By interrupting patterns, by creating offers that actually resonate with the prospect's current situation, that are actually sound believable as well. Quick short emails and lead with value, sell later, right? So don't try to sell them straight away. Don't try to get them on appointments. Like everyone knows, you're trying to sell something. Everyone knows, right? So even if you are trying to book an appointment, you need to be able to show them the value of that appointment. Now, step 2, the conversion mechanism. You need to be able to move through these blocks when converting a prospect. All right, problem, system, status, authority. Problem, do you solve a specific problem? Right, self-explanatory. System, do you have a believable and logical system that actually makes sense logically? Status, are you an expert? Authority, have you done this for anyone else? Do you believe in your system? These are the questions that your potential clients will have before they convert, and you need to be able to answer them and move through each block, problem, system, status, authority, until they pay the invoice, right? Now moving on, how do we actually then book a lead, right? Let's say a lead replied to us, they're interested, into a meeting, right? And then turn that meeting into a paying client. Step 1, inbox management, right? You can have a VA, you can do it yourself, to respond to leads using response templates, right? Response templates that you carefully crafted that basically answer different categories of their leads response. So if they're interested in directly booking a call, you have a template for that. If they ask for more information, you have a template for that. If they ask pricing, you have a template for that, right? You need to have everything templated. Lead to response time, that's why you can hire a VA to do it. It needs to be under 5 minutes, right? The longer time you wait before you reply to the prospect, the less of a chance you get to booking them onto a call, right? Even if they said they're super interested, right? The more time you take, the more time they feel like, oh, he doesn't even care about me, right? And then they're just not going to respond to you or book a call, right? And then the last thing with your responses, right? Any response you make, you want to make sure that this system, the solution that you're selling or proposing, is exciting, right? You make it exciting. You make it something like completely they never heard of it before, right? Then you further incentivize the call, right? As a result of the call, you will get XYZ, right? Step 2, once you book them into an appointment, they need to be redirected to a thank you page, right? Thank you page that gets them even more excited for the call and your system. 5 email nurturing sequences, right? Case studies, your YouTube channel, any social presence you have, free value, lead magnets, right? Connect with them on LinkedIn, send them a message on there, tell them how excited you are to jump on a call with them. When it comes to conversion, right? With cold leads, you gotta have a discovery call to qualify them, demo call to close them. Follow-ups, right? Case studies, video sales assets, lead assets, right? If someone doesn't reply to you in your email after you propose an appointment, follow up with them, right? Until they tell you yes or no. And don't be afraid of rejection here. The worst thing they can do is tell you no. The best thing is they will tell you yes, let's jump on an appointment. So when you follow up, don't just use like, hey, bumping this up. Hey, just a quick follow-up. It doesn't work. Case studies, video sales assets, lead assets. Step 3, right? Positioning yourself in the market. How do you position yourself as novel, right? As something so unique the prospect has no choice but to book a call to find out more about what you do, right? Now, the way I did it with my agency is I sold systems. I didn't sell services. I'm not a Facebook ads agency, right? The prospect has been pitched Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, influence marketing for so long now that they simply don't care about being offered these services, right? Business owners, keep that in mind, always want something new and unique, plus believable, that they can implement for their business. So instead of selling a service, sell a system, right? And this is again what I did with my marketing agency that helped me scale to 25K per month in just 60 days, just last year, right? And I would not be able to do so if I just sold Facebook ads. So once you have a system, right, you need to be able to reassure their prospect that it will work for them, right? Because this is a new system, right? So how are they sure that it will work for them? Right? 3 different ways. Guarantee, money back or work for free if it doesn't work in a certain time frame. Industry-specific case studies, show them that it worked for other business owners in their niche, right? And then your conviction. How believable are you, right? When you jump on that sales call, how believable are you, and how much conviction do you have in your system that you can actually help, right, the other person, right, the prospect? Step 4, right? So once you have all of these things figured out, scaling your outbound efforts. What scale means is simply doubling your inputs. Your inputs, your offer, your message, your lead list, right? Your process, cold emails, your outputs, appointments and clients. To get more outputs, appointments and clients, you need to double your inputs. Right? So how do we do that in cold emails? We buy more domains, we buy more accounts, we buy larger lists, we hire one more VA to manage our inboxes, right? I have this winning campaign that generated me $10,000 cash collected after only reaching out to 4,000 leads, bringing me 5 new clients, right? That's a client for every 800 leads I reach out to. And if I want to double this, I simply just need to reach out to 8,000 leads this month, right? Or the next month. Right, with the same set of inputs, I just scale that same set of inputs and reach out, instead of 4,000 leads a month, I reach out to 8,000 leads a month. Right, so this is essentially scale. Once you find something that works, scale it up. So yeah, this has been the entire outreach template you need to be able to implement into your business, into your cold email specifically, if you want to make client acquisition work, right? If you want me to actually sit down with you and to build a full tailored roadmap on client acquisition and how you can go about scaling your agency, coaching, or consulting business, maybe check out the link below this video, right? There should be a booking call link, right? Book a call, we'll sit down, I'll build a whole roadmap for you, a tailored strategy for you, right? And then maybe you can decide whether you want to work with me or not. But I promise, if you work with me, I'm going to fix your client acquisition, right? I'm going to make sure you have a system that books a consistent amount of appointments, a good amount of appointments, and a predictable amount of appointments and clients for your business. But apart from that, if you have any questions on anything that I went over, make sure to comment down below. I answer to almost every comment that I get on videos. Leave a like if you found value. But apart from that, I'll see you on the next video.